Oh, Bitcoin, crypto, those stocks and the cryptocurrencies are being demolished. So I've made a choice and I sold out. And I didn't have a lot in the position. If you watched a video earlier this year, and I'm going to put a link below in the description and also in the comment section. And guys, number one, thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. And if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, it doesn't cost you nothing. You don't have to give no Bitcoin, no nothing, no stock. You don't have to burn gas. It's free. So click on the like, and if you could follow me, I'd greatly appreciate it. So, I wanted to try something. I had owned a small position in Bitcoin before, and I never felt comfortable with it. But honestly, when you're seeing stuff going up, I am I missing out on something? That's funny because I'm working here in my office, and what does it say on Investors Business Daily? What will it take for crypto to make a recovery? And the date on this, and I just happen to have this laying over here, is June. I don't know if you could see that. Yeah, June 20th, 2022. And I'm looking at, and I was keeping track of my purchases with the different cryptocurrencies I bought. But finally, I done an experiment, and I knew it was going to be a rough year. If you watch my channel, and I have a small channel, folks, I'm not a licensed broker. Basically, I created this channel because I have a background in business and trading stocks and all kinds of things to do with money. I thought, wouldn't it be good to have somebody be worth $10 million talk about money and really share their experience, good and bad. And I've done that. I told you about the position 2 years ago where I put on a short for Raku and lost $10,000. And now it breaks my heart because let's type it in and see what Raku is now. $48. I shorted it at 290ish and covered it at about 380ish. And well, here we are now. We would have, could have, should have, always, but it always just seems like the timing sometimes is just crazy. But this market is just, when I see the Dell at 32,000, I don't even know how it's still at that. What's holding up the Dell? I haven't dug into the numbers because honestly, I'm personally not really investing much money right now. I am involved in 3 different accounts through family members, and I talk to friends and try to give a little advice, and we talk about it. But it always seems when things are going bad, nobody really wants to talk about it. And that's why, honestly, there's been a little bit of lack of videos. But I've been making videos over the last 2-3 weeks, and I enjoy talking about it. I enjoy talking about money, and I think we constantly need to be educating and learn from experience in doing this. So what happened was I had met up with a friend who basically, part of what I do for in real life is for a living, in a sense, is buy and sell things, resell things, places that are closed down, and all kinds of different things. And I have another channel, the Traveling Picker Pet Tees, and I am monetized over there. I have over 4,000 subscribers, and I had picked up, and sometimes I would do work for somebody, and we would trade, or somebody would give me something, and I'm like, oh, that's fine. So I helped a guy out, and he gave me all kind of scrap metal that I could haul up basically in a van. It was so much, actually, where we tried to put it in a SUV, and it was too damn. I was going to blow the tires out, so I couldn't take it all. But fast forward, I basically cashed in about $300 worth of small scrap metal. And I looked at it as found money. And I said, you know what? I'm going to invest into different kinds of Bitcoin. And back on January 27th, Bitcoin was $36,000. 290. I don't even know what it. Oh, Bitcoin. I'm going to use my phone real quick and look and see where Bitcoin, Coinbase. And I use the Coinbase. I do have something stored in a wallet. Bitcoin is now $16,151. The past year, that is down 75%. It had a high of 66,000 339. When I got even into Ethereum at 2,500. So basically, what happened was between January and I was trading, and honestly, with the process, it's not like stocks where you basically can trade for free, and that's one thing I don't like about crypto is you can't set the price. Like the other day, I finally got out of my last crypto, RAD, RAD, and it's basically sort of a fork off of Ethereum. And I finally said, you know what? Why lose the last? I had turned the $300 into $400 in 3 months by buying Ethereum, Litecoin. I did buy a little bit of Bitcoin because you can buy fractional. I bought Maple, I bought High, I bought Link, and Rad was so pretty much, and the reason I was buying some of those smaller ones is because the market caps were smaller, and I thought maybe they had a better chance to move. And I was looking up on my Coinbase app, so basically what I saw was basically around actually tax time, April 15th. April the 5th, April the 6th, I started noticing that crypto started dumping. A lot of them were really going down quickly, and I had gotten out, and I thought, oh, okay, and I took the 100 or the 300, turned it into 400, and then was back down to like 275, and then I watched it, even a little bit that and before I put $200 in, and the other day, I had a chance to sell out about a month ago at 175 with a $25 loss, basically of the 200. I still would have had a $125 loss. The other day, I saw Rad was up for some reason 15%, and you can't name your price. I mean, it was ridiculous because it was at like 230, but it was quoting at that day at, like, let's say 260. So based on the 60 shit, it would have been a difference of me getting $15, $20 more. And I was like, I said, nah, knowing my luck, I'll cash out, and the darn thing will go to 350. And I basically at 350, $354 range, I would have basically been break even for the year. And now keep in mind, all these transactions basically were costing me $3 to buy and sell. So Coinbase was making money on that. Now I'm recording from my PC screen here, and as you can see, look at Coinbase stock over the past year, down 86% from. So it was $360. Year to date, it's down 82, down 205. What's the 5 year? Down. So it was at $350, $343. It looks like a peak, but the 52-week high right here, $368.90, and the 52-week low is $40.93. But I like the idea of an alternative, somebody to and I was encouraged by, but number one, I think there's too many. I mean, I never realized until I got onto Coinbase. I mean, it's like you look at it'll show like the popularity, and I think right now, like Maple, popularity is 143. That means there's at least 143 different cryptocurrencies, and there's more than that. There's probably, I don't even know, honestly. Bitcoin is number one, but Bitcoin still, even at 16,000, has a market cap of $310 billion, and its popularity is number one, with Ethereum being a number two. Litecoin is its popularity is 16. So there's a lot more out there than than you think. And I decided, you know what, Pat, why lose it was $115. I sold out yesterday. I'm recording this, and I'm going to release this video the same day as I record it. I'm recording this on Wednesday the 9th, and I decided Why lose the $115? Yeah, I lost basically $200 trading crypto. I know you guys. Oh, Pat. There's people that lost 50. I get it. There's people that lost $100,000. I'm a small. I just wanted to have a little percentage to show you that, hey, I tried. I tried with 300, turned it into 400 in about 3 months, and went back down to 200 within 5-6 months. And here I am, basically 8 months later, and my $300 has turned into 115. So I had enough. I would rather own stocks that I know what the company is. I'd rather own like a Heinz that I know, like, okay, they make pickles and ketchup. Or, and if you watch my channel, I did a video on Disney. I know what they're doing, even though Disney got hit. Half these cryptos, I don't think people really even know what they are. And there's no government really support for behind these things. And a lot of times, because why? They don't have their hands into it. I think there's a lot of things that could go. There's like an underbelly fraud that could happen and stuff like that. So will I ever get into it again? I would say probably. If for example, if Bitcoin, can we pull a chart of Bitcoin? Bitcoin price, 16,200 1 year. So it's down 75%. Year to date, it's down 66%. 5 year, it's still up 108%. So I remember those days when it was down. I had traded it briefly a little bit one time from when it was like 6,000 and got out at 10,000 and had a small position. I mean, hundreds of dollars. There was nothing big, and I never got back into it. But I think, like the stock market and a lot of things, I think a lot of things really peaked in 2021. I think with the stimulus money that was out there and the Fed, and frankly, a lot of people are getting their ass handed to them because there was a lot of irresponsible money just floated out there to people, and maybe with the casinos closed and stuff, it became like, hey, I don't even have to go to work. I can make money doing things this way, and that's not good. So I think we've seen the peak for a while. Will Bitcoin ever? Yeah, but man, it could be. I don't want to. Somebody down the road. Oh, Pat. Bitcoin could be. There's always. I always love when analysts come out, and they said Roku was going to be $600. It's $48 now. So don't always go by that. Do your own homework. Take appropriate risk. Again, take appropriate risk. If you don't want to watch certain things, honestly, just invest in mutual funds. Invest in mutual funds that, at the worst possible, they're going to be down 25-30%. A good blue chip fund, not like. And there's a lot of stocks that are down 50-70%. I mean, good stocks. Facebook now is up today because they announced they're getting rid of about 11,000. But you got a stock. What was at 354, now at 100. You got a lot of name brand stocks that the Dow is up where it's at, and yeah, I predicted we would be down 30% this year, and we would probably rebound right about now, and we'd probably still finish down about 15%, in the market. So it's very, and that's another thing, and I'm not reading this from a script. You're not like watching CNBC or Fox Business News where they read a teleprompter. Someone types things in. A lot of it they may type themselves on what they want to do the show. And obviously that makes it, for what they have to do and be professional, that makes it clear. And they're doing it so long. And a lot of times even when they do their shows, what they're talking about 8 o'clock, they're just repeating at 10 o'clock. You're just sometimes a different audience, or, they're not going to just talk about it once. I'm doing this off the cuff and telling you exactly how I feel. I think even with the economy the way that it is, that's one of the reasons why the stock market, your Bitcoin, people don't have disposable income. And when people are hurting because oil's higher, gas is higher, the heating, the electric, and all that's higher, and the food is higher, and we've just seen inflation that we haven't seen in 40 years. And I had another person comment. I'm still working on that video. just haven't completed it yet, but that basically they feel my numbers are wrong as far as inflation. And I don't know what world they're living in, but there's a lot of stuff over the last year that's up 100%. So simply put, there people are hurting right now, and this disposable income has just been wiped, and that's where we're at. So that was my experiment in doing crypto this year. I will not be buying any more this year. I have actually requested them to put my money into my PayPal account. And I know some people, I mean, Ethereum is at 1138. The only way that I would probably get back into it, honestly, it would probably have to go down another, September 19th. It was at 223. Wow. Let me see. Bitcoin price. What is the 5-year Bitcoin low? Today we're at 20. So 2017. Wow. It has to drop like another 50% just to go back down to then. But that's the thing. If you don't got support from other people, why even get into it? Because I just think there's going to be better opportunities in stocks, and I would only keep a small. I honestly want to be that guy that got into Bitcoin for a couple $100, turned 300 into 1,000, cashed out my 300 or 400, and walked away, and let the $700 ride, and was hoping, maybe in 5 years that 700 will turn into $5,000, and obviously it still could, but I just don't see that. I see the market being really the next year and a half being choppy and difficult. So I still think that we have further to go down. There's going to be a lot of surprises, because just like every consumer, their electric bill at their business is going up, their labor is going up, the wages are going up to bring people in. And companies are hurting, and it doesn't help when you go on the news and see that everything that's going on even in the world, and there's a lot of negativity out there and stuff like that. But there's still people that obviously still going to do your 401k and the advantages of doing payroll tax deductions and the company matches and stuff. You just can't back off on that, because you're basically getting free money to invest. It's just that you just can't be dumping money into anything large. Now, people will watch us and say, I got into it and I made. Yeah, you can trade. There's going to be trading opportunities. There's going to be short positions, long positions, and stuff that happens in 2-3 days, and it happens all the time. How many times do you see something? It'll bottom out for a while, and in 2 weeks it goes higher, and then all of a sudden people dump it again, and then it even spikes lower. So you got to learn. You got to learn from this stuff and learn from the mistakes, and that's what I'm constantly doing, and that's why I like talking about those things on Money Me. And it's not always going to be about stocks. We'll talk about business. We'll talk about different things. As more and more people watch, I put out more content, and I appreciate the support, and I do appreciate everyone that does take the 10 or 15 minute video that I do make here. So, all right, guys, you have a great day, and stay safe.